Hey everyone, it's Zach from Oak Grove Insurance, and I just wanted to put a little video together to talk about auto claims. We're in the middle of winter right now, and we have changing weather conditions. Some days it's snowy, icy, freezing rain. Other days, for whatever reason, it's like 50 degrees outside. So the changing weather conditions can create some uncomfortable driving experiences. It leads to fender benders. It leads to other type of damage to vehicles. I wanted to share a story about a recent auto claim that I filed on my own, on the family vehicle that my wife and I have. We actually had a tree branch fall in the car while it was parked across the street from our house. And I have some photos here I'll show you. You can see the tree branch is like 15 to 20 feet long, right? Landed right on the hood and the windshield of the vehicle. And there was another piece of the branch that actually lodged itself in the grille of the vehicle, right? So there's damage to the grille. It actually broke, and it hit some component within the car. I'm not a car guy, so I'm not sure what that's called. And then there were little dents and divots all over the hood of the vehicle, and then there was a big crack on the passenger side of the vehicle, right? So even though I've been in insurance for 10 plus years now, I'm no stranger to claims and in the process and that sort of thing. It's still kind of disheartening to go out to your vehicle and see this damage to it, right? It's frustrating. You're upset. You're not really sure what the next thing to do is, and you immediately start thinking about this impacts me, right? This is disruptive to what I'm doing. It's disruptive to my plans for the day. It's not a fun experience by any means. So, I kind of set aside what I needed to do. I gave a call to the insurance company. I initiated the claim and talked to the first person that I needed to talk to on that, gave them some basic information, and they were going to put me in touch with the next person, which I talked to later that day. We got the claim rolling, and that was all great. The important part that I wanted to discuss was really on how the policy was set up to produce the least amount of disruption once this loss had occurred for my wife and I. See, we only have one vehicle between the two of us. So if we can't use the vehicle every day, that creates a lot of disruption on us, right? 3, 4, 5 days without the vehicle, well, now we can't run errands. We are, having to cancel quite a few plans. There might be some difficulties in getting into the office. It can be very disruptive. So I made sure that when we had the policy set up, that we had rental reimbursement coverage, which basically means that while the vehicle's in the shop, the insurance company is going to provide a rental vehicle up to a certain limit per day while those repairs are being completed. If the vehicle is not drivable, they also provide the vehicle for that period of time. You may have to pay out of pocket to begin with, but then they reimburse you for those expenses if it's a covered loss. So in this case, what we filed the claim, we're going through the claim process. I was able to get the rental vehicle after the vehicle was picked up for repair. Come to find out, this branch caused about $3,800 worth of damage to the vehicle, right? So we have a $500 deductible. We pay that, no problem. I'll gladly pay $500 instead of $3,800. But there's also the expense of the rental vehicle, and the rental vehicle was actually needed for about 15 days, right? That's a long time to be without a car. That's more than 3, 4, or 5 days. That's 15 days. That's 2 weeks without being able to go to the grocery store very easily, right? And fortunately, we did not have to pay for that out of pocket. That's an expense that's covered by the insurance company. And our limit's $50 per day. So you take 15 days by $50, that's pretty expensive. So we were fortunate that we were able to, that we had the right coverages in place with that policy set up correctly. Now that's just the right coverage for my wife and I. It might not be the right coverage for you. Maybe you need a higher limit. Maybe you don't need a $50 limit. Maybe you don't need it at all. Maybe you have multiple vehicles and you can go 15 days without one of your vehicles in service. So always make sure that when you have questions on coverages or you need to discuss coverages, that you're doing that with your independent agent, someone who has experience with this type of stuff and they see these types of claims on a daily basis. I've seen many claims like this. This is just kind of my own personal claim. Hey, thanks so much for spending this time with me and watching the video. I hope you found it to be useful or informative, or at the very least interesting. If you did, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're hoping to put out more videos as we move forward. Still trying to get the hang of this, but I think we can put some good stuff out there. And as always, this is Zach from Oak Grove Insurance, your modern insurance agency.